Here we are with two different types of smokers. This is just a real basic manual smoker. It's got a tray in the bottom that you can actually start your coals off in, and then later put some dampened wood chips on to generate a good smoke. This unit here is electric. It's 110 volts. It has a heating element in the bottom, and it has a little compartment on the side where you actually put the wet wood chips, and you can dump those on top of the heating element, and it generates a nice smoke. And it also has a timer in it, so if you figure that you need to have 6 to 7, 8 hours of drying time, you can just set it and it'll cut it off by itself when it gets finished. What we do want to do, we want to talk about the difference between hot smoking and cold smoking. The hot smoking is a process that is higher heat, a longer period of time. In general, you're usually just cooking it if you're drying it at that heat, because it is 60 to 170 degrees, and that creates a hard casing, which is the outside of the meat that actually gets real hard, and if you try and bend it, it cracks and it breaks apart. It's just not the best process of smoking or drying meat. I like the cold process. It's 90 to 100 degrees and low heat, long period of time. This creates a much better finished product. And again, it depends on the thickness of the meat, and the length, the size, and the thickness. And it also depends on whether it's chicken or beef or turkey. Each one of these will take a little bit longer period of time. Okay, what we're going to do now is talk about the wood products that you're going to use in your smoking process. Here in Texas, of course, we like mesquite, some of the best flavored wood you can get. A lot of times I like to mix the wood, mesquite and pecan, mesquite and oak. Here, this is oak bark. What I do, I break this in small pieces. I put it in the pan in the bottom of the smoker and let it burn down to coals. I generally use a fire starter to ignite it, get it burnt down. After it burns down, you got just good red coals. What you do, you take your mesquite chips, put them in a container, fill it up with water, and let the mesquite chips or oak or pecan chips, whatever you choose to use, soak up the water about 30-40 minutes. And after you put your meat products inside the smoker, you take and put these chips over the top of the coals. The most important reason for doing that is because you do want to keep the fire from burning and flashing. You just want it to cinder and to smoke a little bit. And this wet wood will actually produce a moist smoke that will actually penetrate your meat product better and in a shorter period of time, and it just produces a better product.